Peace. I'm back. Um, this video will be dealing with the wholesale slash profit sharing of the brand, and dealing with how we can. That's how actually when I got started, seeked out some loans, but of course being in African American and being in a situation like most of us are in, loans were not an option. So the best way for us to get out there, because we're always looking for a way to get a workaround. We always have to do a workaround as African Americans. So this is my way of getting a workaround, is by doing wholesaling until we get enough buzz to where we would be able to actually be carried in certain. I would say probably our market is going to be at first probably corners, not corner stores, but book stores, mom and pop bookstores, African owned, as well as I would say people that actually know about actually the history of the brand, and people that actually do lectures and vending. So that's who I target customer base as far as the wholesale is going to be. As well as maybe somebody just might see and think that it looks nice. Y'all might be willing to try to invest in things to see if y'all can make a go of it as well. But what we're doing is we're actually giving up to for right now up to at least 40% of the profit, and that's after production on sales of up to, if you buy say 36 pieces, you can get as much of a discount as 40% on all of the on the order, and that would probably generate enough close to, it depends on what you order because it varies. You can order, I'll give up for instance, say if you order 10 men's black t-shirts, 10 women's black t-shirts, that's 20, and then you wanted to order 5 youth t-shirts, 5 infant onesies, that's 30, and then say 6 flags, for those flags right there. So that's 36 pieces. So what I'm saying is you can mix up the order, to suit your what you think may be something that you can purchase and that you can sell in your particular area. It's going to be beneficial for you to get a quick turnaround and be able to come back, or be able to make a quick profit. You may want to do 36 flags. That's an option. You may want to do 5 rugbies of each color. That's up to you. Now, I'm going to see, because I'm not sure how this is going to work. If I can share my screen, let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I will. I'm not sure. Okay, let me see. Oh. Okay, yeah, so y'all can see that. Y'all can see the screen. For whatever reason, I can't see it. So I guess y'all is going to be listening to me talk at this particular point. What I wanted to show was maybe a process of how the ordering system works. So, okay, if you go to South Pan African Design's website, you would see the first thing, and this is just the intro type thing, and I wish I'd had this centered. I just not noticed this, but this is supposed to be in the center here. But this is like what you call like a rolling picture, like a flash picture drive, where it's showing like how to order via PayPal, and it also has instructions on how to order, how to do the wholesale. And what the wholesaling is, we offer wholesale up to 40%. Simple as ordering 12, 24, 36 pieces based on your desired discount. What I mean by that, if you get 12 pieces, you'll get a 30% discount. So you can order as little as 12 pieces and get a 30% discount on your order. You can order 24 pieces and get a 35% discount. Or you can order 40 pieces. Or you can order 36 pieces, which is a 12 intricacies of 12, going from 12, 24 to 36. So you got 12 at 30%, 24 at 35%, and 36 at 40% off. Um, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We may go up to um, a 50% off as far as like the profit sharing. We're still working on the numbers on that. We may have to jump a dozen on that because what you have to understand is for us to do something like that, it would have to be able to where we would be able to make a quick turnaround, and the profit margin would be great enough for me and the seller, because what I'm trying to do is make it um, profitable for both of the wholesaler and the brand, so that we can start doing some of the things that we want to do with the brand, as far as starting to do customization, starting to branch out into other products that we may need, like shoes, belts, socks, a lot of the stuff that we can't do. Okay, now, matter of fact, come with me. A lot of the stuff that we can't do is based on we don't have the income to be able to get it at a bulk price. Um, like say a lot of the stuff that you get, a lot of stuff that the European does, they get it from China, but they get it at a bulk price. And I noticed that some of the stuff that I know that we like to wear um, is exclusively sold in China. They don't even sell the stuff that I would really like to purchase here, unless I purchase it in bulk in China. And that's kind of like with the way of the European keeping us from being able to compete. But we up for the challenge. So let me show you like a mock up of maybe some of the stuff. Here go the links on the website. Let me run down this. Here's the home page. This is it. It has a little small, little brief statement, brand statement, a mission statement. Like it says, Pan African Designs is an African-owned apparel and design company founded in 2011 with the vision of using African comedic art and information to unify, employ, and educate African people globally. We sell women's, men's, and children's apparel, with our signature logo being that of the Pan-African color Heru Falcon. Our products include t-shirts, v-necks, hoodies, cadet fleeces, Heru collar shirts, women's tennis dresses, which that's another item. Let me stop there. That's an item that I want to try to bring for the queens. It would be a high standard that I want to do, because a lot of this stuff, if y'all haven't purchased from us, if you purchase, you'll see that a lot of the stuff that we do is like really good standard, good quality, and something I wouldn't do it if I didn't do it to the highest standard of quality, because that's what the standards our ancestors set back in the Nile Valley culture, with starting with just writing in general, or the pyramids, or anything like writing or the text. Everything we did with perfection. So I'm trying to withhold those standards within the brand as well, is what I'm saying. So let me finish. So the tennis dresses, the women's tennis dresses, and I wanted to do those in all, maybe about 13 colors, up to maybe a size 3X, because I know our women are a little bit more voluptuous. So that was my idea. That's still on the table. That's still something we're gonna do. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. So we have the women's jogging suits. And we have the with or without the hoodies. We have those available as well. Our signature Pan African. We have the Pan African UNIA flag. Um, we would love to be able to get someone that can produce the flag African owned. We have several people, but I have not found anyone that can actually produce the flag at a price that I think that will be economical for our people, or for me to buy in bulk to where our people will be able or feel comfortable with buying it. That would be something that I would love to talk to y'all about. Would y'all be willing to pay more for something that's African owned with the flag? Um, and maybe we can discuss, what would that be? What would that price margin be? Because I'm like I said, this is not just my company. This is something that I'm doing for us, and I'm just the person that kind of had the fortitude to get things started. But anyway, we got the Pan African UNIA flag, which was started by our honorable ancestor Marcus Garvey. That's the flag without the Heru on it, and then we have the with the Heru falcon on it, and then we also have some keychains which actually are discontinued at this particular point, because we're going to have to order from China again because they discontinued the size that we prefer to use. So that's what's going on with the keychains. But I understand that a lot of people really appreciated the keychains that we had, and I created those based on looking around for trying to actually buy some Pan African keychains that were already pre-made. And to my dismay, I seen that they had every other country but African, or the Pan African flag, or African nations that represented us. So once again, I took it upon myself to go ahead and get the ball rolling. I have some Pan African mouse pads, but I haven't released everything that I have in mind for those. But that was just, just some ideas that I have. And we have many more products that we can use because this is an actual brand, not a t-shirt company. Not really taking any shots at anyone, respectfully. Okay, then so for anyone that's interested in wholesale, please contact us via email or by phone. Best contact hours are between 10 a.m. U.S. Central Time and 10 p.m. U.S. Central Time, Monday through Friday. You can call on weekends. I'm not really picky about that. If this business, it's 24/7. Besides, calling at a disrespectful time. So with that said, that's pretty much the wholesale in a nutshell. What I want to do now is I want to just run through these little bars. I have some more bars that you guys can't see now because I'm still working on like the mission statement as far as text a little bit more. And I had a picture page, but they discontinued that, so I have to try to find another host. So hopefully I'll be able to use Instagram and just convert the pictures that's already over there because I have a lot of customers. And if you don't know, go over to Instagram and look at all the pictures. And if you want to share pictures, please hashtag Pan African Designs with an S. That's Pan African Designs, PANAFRICANDESIGNS. Make sure you add the S because now it's not Pan African Designs, it's Pan African Designs with an S. Hashtag that, no spacing. You can put all lower cases or however you want to do it. Just make sure you hashtag it. That'll make it a lot more convenient for us to be able to find your pictures and share them with the family. Okay, so we got the home page. Then here's the store page. Okay, when you go to the store page, you have a drop-down menu with the green. As you see, we have a lot of categories, so you have to click on all of these categories, or I would suggest actually just clicking on the men's and then getting a bigger view of it, like so. I'll show you. See, that way you'll be able to pick, whatever category you want to go within the Heru t-shirts. And you see we have several categories from limited edition tees to tank tops, t-shirts, v-necks. We have the collar shirts, the Heru collar shirts, the long sleeve baseball style tees, color trim. Excuse me, that was color trim tees. Then you have the collar shirts, the long sleeve collar shirts, the rugbies, the cadet fleeces, the crew neck t-shirts, so forth. Hoodies, white string hoodies, and V-neck sweaters. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on with the V-neck sweaters until I find a better way of getting the embroidery on there. I don't know if I really want to deal with that at this particular time. I mean, like I said, we waiting to get to a certain point where we can have the queens come in because at this point I'm sewing and everything. So we need to actually get this at a state where we can start employing and having the queens involved, and maybe having some queens design some of the stuff as well and put y'all touch on it, because I don't know as much as you guys know about female apparel. And so really, like I said, what I'm saying is I actually am just getting the ball rolling for us, and I'm waiting on the family, the cavalry, so to speak, to come in and let's get this stuff going and make this stuff ours and make it the #1 brand for African Americans and Africans globally, because the history behind this is going to really be something else. Okay, let me click on the women's section so y'all won't say I'm tripping. Okay, here's the women's section. You got women's tanks, women's longer length tees. We have women's colored trim. We got women's baseballs. We got women's tracks. We got women's fleece. We got women's hoodies, fleece jackets. We got regular hoodies. We have the fleece hoodies with the bottoms. We have the white strings, and it's going to be some more stuff that I have that I'm going to add, like the crew necks. I add some baseball hats for the women with the pink and stuff. I'll be adding hats that'll be coming in. That I'll talk about that in a second. But let's get back to the store. I'll go to the we have the youth section, which in the youth you have the boys. Just click on that. You have the boys, the girls, and the infant apparel. It's all in the youth section. So I'm not gonna really go over there. I guess you guys get the gesture here. The headgear, unisex headgear, men's headgear, women's toppers. We have the flag section, regular original UNIA flags, paying homage to our ancestors and our elders that came before us. This is in no way meant to try to be disrespectful to what the ancestors have brought to us. This is the flag being with the adaptation of Heru being added to that. It's just to show our progress and to display to the rest of the world that we are now chronologically, historically aware of our history, and that we are ready to fight and take back what was erased from our memories. Okay, then we have the mouse pads here, the keychains and all of that stuff is going to disappear. I mean, you can't see it at this particular point because we have that particularly tab cut out. Okay, then we have Pan-African links. I want to add other Pan-African businesses of standard. I will be adding that later on. We have lectures. This is some of the you can go on this. Let me click this. I don't know what I have up right now, but you can click some of these particular videos. We have the Anthony Brothers. I need to add more video, but I'm so busy trying to build this brand that I really don't. I need like moderator or somebody that can come in and help, do this type of stuff. Of course, with me being able to oversee and make sure that some of the information is totally correct. But we need to add more on the lecture section, the lecture section of the video. Then we have Pan-African music videos, which some of the brothers that have supported the brand that has Pan-African music, like United Front. We got the brother Rossett on there. Brother Roderick, that's a whole nother story. We got brother Black God Spawn, brother O from Are You Listening Hip Hop Short Film. What is this? Celestials, I forget the brother. Celestial Films, I believe is the name of the brother. You got some hip hop, if you got some conscious music and you want to kind of cross promote, where we can cross promote, where you can wear some of the apparel in your videos, we welcome that, and we send out certain brands that we support and they have certain music, and of course it's going to have to be something that's in line with our brand and ideology at this point. Not saying that we're demonizing the music of the past or anything like that, because I still listen to the hip hop that I grew up on in the 90s and 80s as well. But as we grow, we want to try to put out the positive, not just a positive message, but a message to show the growth of our, just like we did with the flag. It would be great if we could have all of our the people that I admire in hip hop, like the Scarfaces, the Ice Cubes, the Willie D's, the Jay-Z's. I think the Jay-Z's, the East Coast brothers, maybe are onto the information. I don't know if they're putting the information in there as bluntly and correctly and in the chronological order, letting it be known that this is what we're on. But we're gonna be the ones that influence the music. And if you look right now, we're influencing the music. It's not the other way around. Whatever way we getting ready to shift to is the way that the music industry goes. The hair care products you see they starting to market and cater to the youth sisters that's got the natural hair. We can't buy that. We have to continue to go African owned. We have to stay disciplined in. If y'all, even if y'all do make hair care products with Johnson and Johnson for natural hair, and even if it is good, we have to be disciplined in using African owned products so we can kind of like starve them out of our market, or either that let them us have a greater seat at the table and controlling the products that we use, like the weed. We created weed, but we don't control the market, so that's my only problem with it. I don't have a problem with a sister switching it up, putting braids in her hair or whatever, because our ancestors did that. The problem now is that the Asians and the Europeans have consolidated together to control the market. We have to get away from that, and we have to put our sisters in power of that particular market, because that's their market. So with that said, let me get off of this, get back to the camera, and we'll talk. And I'm pretty sure that I've touched on everything that needs to be touched on as far as the wholesaling. Again, if you want to reach us in regards to wholesaling, it's Pan-African Designs, all lowercases, at gmail.com. That again is Pan-African Designs at gmail.com. You can reach us via Instagram, Facebook. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Let me go back again before I get off here. Let me go back and show y'all. Let me show y'all the our Instagram page and some of the products that we have, so y'all can see kind of like what we got going on. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see this. Let me look and see. Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. So, let me go to the Instagram page. Okay, now this is our Instagram, which is, I believe, Pan-African Designs at Instagram.com. This is where if you share a picture with us, we'll put some text up showing our appreciation for your support, and then we'll also share the picture that you shared. We've been doing this for about 4 years, so we have like hundreds of pictures, and we try to share people's pictures as much as possible. If you're not tagging the pictures, some people I just so happen to find. Some people have their pictures off in their profile on Facebook or on Instagram, and I might see it, and I wind up finding some people's pictures that way. But take some really nice pictures, fam, because we represent the family. As you can see, we got all the way up from the newborn. This is the young guy David. He just got into the world. I say he's probably no older than 4 days old at this point, as of today, 4 or 5 days. He still has his bands on. He's actually in the hospital, but he's come out of the womb already representing his African history, African royalty. I mean, this is something that's very special to us, because this is something that I envisioned us doing. You know, and so this is something that I had a thought first, and then I brought to fruition, because that's something that we need. We need to create documentation of what our history is and give it to our babies from the very inception, representing our story. Let me talk about this. So this picture will someday, maybe, and more than likely, and I'm almost 100% positive, this picture will be shown to young David as he grows. And I'm pretty sure that he'll be asking questions about Daddy or Mommy. What is this? What's this about? See, when this question is asked, that gives the parent the opportunity to teach history. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know that this is our royal symbol. You were born royal. And not in the sense of an actual king, but this is what our lineage as far as our history is. You were born an African of African royalty. That is the message that we want to convey to all of our offspring, of the greatness of our history. And then we go into what does this mean? What does Ra mean to us, which is the sun disk? What does this mean? What does this falcon mean? The story of Heru. What about the unks? You can go into the color screen, which is the red. This supposedly represents the black, but based on the imagery, this is the closest that we could get to black. But if you know the history, you know that this is a red, black, and green screen. But we have color scheme. We actually have black here. We have black on his head to make sure that we represented that. Which is putting black on the head is really a major indication of what we were trying to do with this. Red, black, and then we have the green, of course, and that represents the red of the blood of our people, the black for the land, and I mean the black for the people, the actual people, and the green for the land. Ra is represented by the sun, because without no sun, we have no life. And then the unks represent life itself, which is if you want to go into it, we would say that the top of this cross-looking symbol, which I will make sure that y'all, because y'all do know it looks like a cross, but this predates the cross now. That the top part represents the ovaries of the female. The bottom is supposed to represent the thallus of the penis of the male. When you put the penis inside of the female vagina, you actually come out with a male or a female offspring. So this is what they're saying that this actual image represents, which is life. So that's pretty much a lot of history within one image. And the story, I haven't even gotten into the story of Heru to where that we could really talk about that. But we'll talk about that at another time. I just want to let you know that this image is actually represents royalty for Africans from the beginning of text, meaning writing. Without that, we don't know where we come from, besides verbal. So let me get off of this. I just wanted to share that particular picture with you. Okay, we have other pictures. This is something that we have coming up in April, which we're going to be doing the hats for our first time. We've taken 4 years to try to get this right. But we want to make sure that we do the hats in the proper and the standards in which all of our other products are done in. These are actually trucker hats. I don't know if we actually have prints this size that we can actually put on here. We're gonna look at that, and then we actually have embroideries that we're gonna do with these as well. And we're gonna actually do the snapbacks, and we'll have different sizes, the dad hats, and we'll have these in pinks for the queens, because like we do, we like to color coordinate. Here's the black, so you have black. We have some with red in the front, with black around, a red around, all the way around, with just black in the front. Or we have red right here and black all the way around. It's going to be a multitude of colors that we're going to have, because I know our people like color and we like to match our outfits. So we'll have hopefully, I'll be able to have 20, 25 different variations of hats where we can use the Heru to go with our hats, and make sure, because we get ready to put this out in a grand fashion and let the people know. And another thing, like you look on, here's a red one. If you look on Instagram, a lot of people Europeans are already aware of our history. So it's a lot of people that follow us and like this, because they already know the history. And they're kind of, I don't know if they're not saying that they're even hating that we know, but I know that they actually acknowledge what's being done and the movement that we're making, and they always follow us. And I'm glad that I did actually go on this Instagram, because I want to explain this particular image. This is my eye image. As y'all can see, I'm hoping I make it. This is the black with the heather gray, with the glitter. It says my eye, and she's the African goddess. That was first representation of an angel, from what the stories say. And she represents everything that's righteous about the human spirit, as far as like truth, balance, reciprocity, honor, morality, justice. She represents all that's right within the universe and and on the planet. It's actually where they took the 10 Commandments from, it was 42 negative confessions of Ma'at, not negative. That means that things that you don't do in life, which will actually guide your life to be prosperous and know how to conduct yourself on the planet. That which is all the 10 Commandments is, telling you how to conduct yourself righteously on the planet. Okay? It's just really something that's not really hard, not something complex or something spooky. Okay, but anyway, let me try to find a better image. Here's the flag. Okay. Here's the flag. This is actually in Martinique. This is on an island in South America. It's a large tribe or a small tribe on an island called Martinique, where these brothers and sisters have been fighting, I believe, the French to try to get free. And they recognize, and they're historically aware, so they recognize what I was doing. This picture's maybe 4 or 5 years old. I don't want to be long with it. I'm going to go through a couple of more pictures. Here's another, his brother Drake. He represented the ancestral colors well. This is letting you know, if you want to share pictures, please hashtag this right here. See, Pan-African Designs, and you don't have to put the .com. You put Pan-African Designs and that's it. These are all of the platforms. We're on actually Google as well. Google, Yahoo. We're on there as well. So here's all our little links to where you can find us at. Here's a promotion that we did with Kimmy of Nubian Soul. She's a good sister. Y'all check her out. Her link is down here. Here's a concept jacket that we are actually going to be able to produce coming in fall. We actually finally was able to secure the jacket company. Stuff will be a little pricey, but it's going to be done in a fashion and style that is going to be worth it. A lot of y'all may know when we were coming up, they had these jackets, but this has the actual feather of Ma'at, and it has actually what this feather stands for, which is truth. Like I was saying before, truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and reciprocity. This is what this stands for. And if the feather is meant to be judged, if you ever go into the European justice system, you're going to see the scales, which will be unbalanced. And then if you ever look at Ma'at scale, they'll be balanced. The scale of Ma'at predates the scale of justice in the European system now, which is where they copied it from, and they're using our information, and they erased our memory once again, and then reintroduced us back in the text with the Bible and so forth and so on, and they told us we were slaves, and that's what's going on. I'm your brother, I'm your son, I'm a father, and the importance of this history is to give us strength so that we'll be able to tell the truth to the next generation so we won't be lost. Anyway, here's the front of the jacket. I'm trying to get to this. Okay, and here's a better image of the and I'll stop here. Now, this image is of an African woman. Now, I made a post on Facebook the other day about noticing that some of our people, even though they say they're conscious, they still have religious indoctrinations or religious block. Now, if you're dealing with Nile Valley information, or if you're dealing with nature in general, which is Nile Valley, what the Africans and what our ancestors, or what we really actually deal with, which is nature, something that's tangible, something that we can see, touch, and smell and feel. If you're dealing with nature, then this imagery will not be offensive to you. Now, the African woman is the only woman that can naturally have this body structure without the surgeries of the day, or without getting dresses or altered apparel to make them look have this particular shape. This is the geometric shape most desirable to all Africans, both male and female. What I'm dealing with is nature. What I'm trying to do is use the attraction of the African goddess to draw all Africans to the information. If you have a perversion of indoctrination via Christianity, Hebrew, or Islam, then you won't see the nature of it, and you'll see a perverted view of it. Is what I'm trying to say. you will miss that the words down here say my eye, which is most important, so that the question can be asked, well, who is my eye? What is my eye? The person that's wearing this particular garment is responsible for teaching what and who is my eye historically, and what is her purpose and her significance to us as African people globally around the world, and both in the diaspora and on the continent. Now, if you look, and what I want to use actual documentation to bring this home to everybody. If you look on the internet anywhere, family, and this is just being honest, anybody and everybody knows this on the internet, know that a woman with this geometrical shape is most desirable and draws the most attention globally on the planet. A woman that's shaped like this has millions of views. It's proven. So if we can get our people and the particular goddesses on this information, we can switch our direction as a people much faster. If we got our most attractive females saying to the brothers, hey, if you ain't dealing with our information, because it's going to take the women to teach the next generation. Y'all are the ones that's mostly with the offspring. If we can get our people on the right information, we can make the switch much faster. And I'm trying to get the information to the goddesses in particular, and get them out of the indoctrination of our enemies, the enemy's information that's been provided. I'm trying to get attention to them so that we can get everybody else on the right page, because everybody else gonna fall in line with the goddesses. I don't care what nobody say. So we gather their attention through the imagery. Then we teach what is the feather. Then we teach what is the unk that she's holding. Then we teach what is my eye. Her geometric shape does not really matter. It matters, but then it's not a trick. It's just something that we have to use. We have to use. It's like a weapon. They're using the African woman as a weapon for good purposes, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I wanted to really just try to get that out there, because I get a lot of flack from people about, man, why she got to be so voluptuous? And I'm like, man, you say you study chem and this, that, and the other, but you don't know nothing about nature. I can show you stone carvings, 100,000-year-old carvings with women with butts like this that our ancestors drew, because they were trying to draw what they saw. You know what I'm saying? Why would I draw a white woman? And this is what the best of our species, this is the most desirable of our species, this desirable. But if you ever look at even women, they'll be in awe of a really beautifully attractive, physically attractive woman. So I don't want to harp too much on that. I just want, because I take a lot of flack for what I'm trying to do, but I really with the good intention, because I know the power of the Black woman is that power, that it can help us if we just embrace everything else that's going on in the picture. You know, and the same thing with Hey Root. See, this brother right here, this brother got this on, so when he slide through, people are like, yo, what's that? He can teach them off of this small image. Hey, man, the red, black, and green stand for our people. These little unks he's holding, that stands for life. The circle disc, that's Ra. And then the whole image in itself, Hey Root, that represents royalty. I mean, what does Ralph Lauren or Polo mean to us? It does not represent royalty. And we trying to look fly. I was talking to my business partner from the Bronx. I mean, no, he's not from the Bronx. Excuse me. I know he's gonna kill me. From Brooklyn, New York, Davu. And he came. We were talking about something, and I was like, he was like, yeah, we fly, and I was like, yeah, we can't have. How you gonna be fly? It was like an acronym that I came up with. How we gonna be fly if we don't have wings, right? So, looking at the image, we know we the flies on the planet. So, this is the brother Marcus. He a good brother. This is the queen, Kathy, beautiful queen. She's actually a co-founder or actually invested with the Niggas RBG shoes. When I first met her, she wasn't actually historically aware or actually even like Pan-African. But you know, it's good to try to, like I said, bring these particular queens into the information because they're the ones that can gain their attention, garner their attention to try to get our people in the correct on the correct path. So that's what I'm trying to do. This is a good brother, Black God Spawn. So see, this is where they stealing our information at. This is, you know, so I do share information on there. But you know, this right here. These stars in here actually represent this. A star is a sun. It's actually in a circular shape, and this represents the 13 constellations because we had 13 months, not 12. We had 12 months of 30 and 1 month of 5. And you know, of course, they're going to change a little bit around, but these falcons and eagles are actually cousins, or actually the same. They're birds of prey. They prey on other animals. So these are cousins. And you can see where they stole everything from. This is actual documentation that you see. It's no way that you can deny that unless you don't know that this predates this or you don't even know about this, which is what they did. What I mean, I'm going to keep reiterating that they erased our memory. When they erase your memory and they tell you that everything before Jesus is bad, you won't even look at this. But this is your history. It has nothing to do with Illuminati. This is what Europeans are trying to keep you from looking at. So they call it paganism. They say that they did this to Jesus. They're not even telling you that these people are African, and that they have a great history that they wrote themselves that you can read. That they'll tell you what happened, and they don't even mention nothing about Jesus. They don't even know who the hell the guy is. And it's our people that's telling this story, not Europeans. We're listening to Europeans tell us history as opposed to listening to what our people who wrote history. Maybe the dates can be misconstrued, but it's thousands of years before Jesus came along. Anyway, so I'm finna wrap this up, family. I'm gonna go through a couple of more images. See, this is me trying to interject the red, black, and green because you know you got the what is that guy? Captain America, the white guy. He has a shield. It's red, white, and blue with the star. Well, this is us. We stealing. We doing what they do, but so we taking it back. Well, Black Panther got a shield. Guess what color his shield is? His shield is red, black, and green for his land, and he's also representing his royalty, taking it back with the Heru right here. See what I'm saying? With the black star, representing like with the ancestor Marcus Garvey, black star. See what I'm saying? So we're trying to take everything back in an African perspective. Here's the wholesale thing. Pan-African Designs now offers wholesale profit sharing of up to 40% off. Simply select 12, 24, or 36 pieces based on the desired discount. Enter the coupon code below, and that's it. So you can order 12 pieces at 30% off. You enter the coupon code Wholesale 12. That's all you got to do. Type in Wholesale 12 after you pick your 12 pieces. You can pick a variation of 12 pieces, and then you put your Wholesale 12 in there at the coupon code, and the 30% will pop up. Same thing for the 24% at 35% off. Then you put the Wholesale 24. Same thing with the 36%. 40% off, put the Wholesale 36 pieces. That's it. So that's really simple. You don't have to it's not really hard or complicated. We make this as simple as possible for those that want to invest or those that have bookstores or anything like that. If it will be a delay in your order, we will contact you because maybe take 3 weeks to fill an order or at the most. So it depends on where we're at. If we're behind on something, we are definitely transparent and talk to everyone as far as like letting you know. But that rarely happens. But I'm just saying for future purposes, just in case we get busy. Okay, so family, I'm gonna wrap this up. Again, hope I ain't been long-winded, you know. But like I said, it's been a minute since I've been able to actually get on and communicate and chop it up with the fam. So I think that's enough for now. I think I've touched on everything that I had on this particular topic. I was supposed to did this in February, but as I was stating before in the video earlier, um, Firefox discontinued the Google Hangout, so I had to go finally figure out to go through Chrome to get back in action, get back to the people. So I'll be now that I've caught everybody up on exactly. I'm looking down on the list. Excuse me. Now that I've caught everybody up on exactly what's going on with the brand. If I have anything else that I may have forgotten, I may do probably should be a little bit shorter than this. A quick follow up. And then I'm gonna start talking about some topics just dealing with a lot of the stuff that we dealing with as far as like from a Pan-African view. How can we come together? I would love for somebody to be able to come on here with me and for us to chop it up, try to come up with some solutions. Because I got a lot of great ideas, as a lot of us do. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling so we can leave a legacy for our future. A truth, justice, reciprocity, balance, morality, and honor, man. We're trying to do something and give our history back and display to the world, man. It's time for us to go on, man. I mean, y'all, if anybody interested in fighting, y'all should be with. I mean, we in a situation like we can't necessarily, based on the population and based on weaponry, a lot of us know that it's not feasible for us to actually be out here talking about taking up arms and, you know, going and murdering a bunch of people or something like that. But we can start off by giving our next generation the right history. That's fighting. Being interested in fighting that way. And then once we all get on the right chronology as far as history, I think we'll be able to decide what we want to do if we did want to actually fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think here in America, I want to choose my words carefully. Based on population, I don't think that it's wise for us to be speaking in that manner here in America, but definitely on the continent, I think if they all got to, and that's really what my focus is. I'm not saying that, you know, I don't believe that we could actually defend ourselves here, but, and I don't even want to get into that topic, but like I said, I want to try to get the continent historically aware because I think that that's where our strength is, and they will be able to barter and speak for us as far as like the mistreatment. If they was all on the same page, they would be able to maybe do economic sanctions against America because as we know, we own all of the natural resources, and we really should be in a strength of dictatorship as far as like what's going on the planet instead of actual being dictated to. You know, like they're saying that Trump is getting ready to cut back aid. You know, well, if they're gonna cut back aid, we should cut back trade. You see what I'm saying? So it's a yin and a yang. I mean, we have power within trade, not necessarily we don't have power here because we don't have land here to actually call our own here on the planet, in America, North America, but actually on the continent, they do have that. So that's one thing that they have. I know that the Europeans actually cause a lot of division, a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos on the continent. But if you observe what they do, it's always they get Africans to fight each other based on the misinformation, or they'll go in and they'll find out who don't like who based on the tribal differences. Then they'll back each other, and they're never really the ones that step in physically and kill a bunch of Africans. They always find other Africans that don't like this tribe and want to rule that particular territory to do their bidding like that. They actually don't step in and actually do the fighting themselves. And we have to observe that, and we have to stop killing each other based on that. Genetically, we are all sub-Saharan African, pure Homo sapiens sapiens. I'm claiming that. I'm not claiming no mixture based on the raping of my ancestry. So I'm claiming pure African, Homo sapiens sapien. I'm not claiming any mixture because I wasn't treated with any mixture. So with that being said, Love y'all, man. I love my people. If anything would have happened to me tonight, um, because nobody has promised anything, I just want to say that this is all for us, man. And let's try to make this happen. I'm not even sure of how big or what we can do, but I think we're gonna be able to do some great things. So look forward to me getting a little bit more active with the videos, man. I'm gonna be talking about topics. Let me run down a couple of topics. I said the African American male and our nomadic state as young Africans. That's something I would want to talk about. I'll just do just particular videos on particular topics. And let's run down and let's try to give the youth, some understanding as to, why they do what they do as young males, letting them know about how they being herded into the streets with the unemployment situation where they starve you out and then you see the drug kingpin, so to speak, having it good, having all the nice women, and you eventually get herded into that if you don't have the wisdom or have the guidance to see what the plan is. And then you'll be sitting in jail with your customers and everybody else talking about, damn, these white folks got me and my customers, we all the same. I'm not no better, bigger, or better than nobody else. So don't have to find out the hard way, family. Like I said, love y'all and peace, man. I see y'all soon. Like I said, I'll be doing more videos a lot more frequently. So peace and black power.